Official weight 224 pounds, representing Roughneck combatants from Dixon, Illinois. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Albert Venom Trevino.
101, 202, what you wanna do? Get your partner, tell your clique, run and call your crew. Say you wanna walk, what's your hand game like?
Need him to talk? What table are we at? All right, we have Albert Trevino coming out, and I mean, this is the first fight of the night. We're gonna get this card started. Relatively unknown. I believe this might be his pro debut.
Amateur debut.
Amateur debut. Pro-amateur debut.
Pro-am.
Albert Trevino making his way out to the cage. A little pre-fight jitters, perhaps.
He's got to wait till the right part of the song comes out, man. He's got to get gassed up. There he is.
There he is. That's the spot he was looking for.
All right. Now let's see. He's fighting Alejandro Ramos.
Alejandro Ramos will be
This is
out.
Albert Trevino fighting Alejandro Ramos.
Absolutely. Now he's coming out with some guys who look like Batman and Robin behind him. Perhaps the dynamic duo.
I think they're both Batman. I don't know which one's Robin. I can't tell them apart.
Not against dynamic as this duo, I would think. Delicious D and the Bowtie Boss are getting it in here at Rise 01. All right.
I'll tell you what, I give anybody credit that steps in this cage in front of us.
It is
It takes a lot of cojones to step in here.
Cage. This MMA-style fighter stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, official weight 210 pounds, representing Team Top Notch from Villa Park, Illinois. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Alejandro Ramos.
Wow, this guy has got a big crowd here. Alejandro Ramos, he's from Top Notch. I've trained with this guy.
Now, Team Top Notch, you have a very good familiarity with this team.
Oh, yeah, Team Top Notch, they throw down over there. It's a gym full of a bunch of badass, tough fighters, all throwing down.
They have a reputation in Chicago for some extremely hard sparring. No headgear, and they just get after it.
They get after it. Some of my hardest goes have been at Top Notch. Mac Ramos in his corner, great Thai coach. He's a great all-around MMA coach. Let's see what kind of game plan he's put together for Alejandro.
Gotcha.
This might be both of these guys' debut.
Now Alejandro Ramos is coming out to House of Pain, jump around. I'm imagining he's going to want to be jumping around in victory after this thing is over.
Yeah, he's got a lot of people here. He's got a big crowd, so hopefully he's got a lot of support to get him through here and get him in the cage and get him a win.
Certainly as the first fight, he's got probably half the crowd is his right now. Again, you mentioned Mac Ramos in the corner. He's probably, I would say at this fight, he might be the most experienced cornerman around here tonight.
He's definitely been in a handful of fights, UFC level fights, world-class fights. He knows what he's doing. Good guy to have in the corner.
Okay, about to get started here. Rise 01, Trevino versus Ramos.
Do we know what weight this is at?
This is 210, so these guys are heavyweights.
Heavyweights, all right, big boys.
The cage to get this party started.
Big boys are going to throw down.
Veteran referee.
I like being in this seat. It's hard. Normally, I'm always trying to yell out commands and stuff. Now I just have to observe.
Exactly. Now that you're this close, you can say what you really feel about the fighters.
Oh, nice kick.
Inside leg kick to start things for Trevino.
Ooh, big right. Oh, nice. Hit him with the right hook. Throwing bombs, throwing real wide.
I have the impression that this thing will not be going on very long.
No. I think Trevino needs to keep his hands up.
Trevino has a very strange defensive style and a nice cut on his cheek.
Yeah, nice knee. Ooh.
His defensive style seems to be, let me put my right cheek directly on your fist and see if I can stop it.
Now, Ramos is throwing real wide. He wants to keep, I'd say keep it tighter a little bit because all he needs is Trevino looks like he hits pretty hard. Just one counter might be good night, but he's too much power right now. He's not going to make it out of this round. TKO is coming up, I think.
Ramos seems like he wants to stop this thing on a right hand, and he might actually do that.
He's angry. Trevino's overdone.
Trevino's finding a spot where he's
I'll tell you what, he's got heart. He's taking it. He's trying to win. He's trying to find a way to win.
You have the referee Otto taking a close look at that
Now,
cut.
I'm not sure the amateur rules. No knees allowed, maybe?
Would you call that pulling guard necessarily?
That is pulling guard, guillotine attempt, kind of a way to neutralize the fight because he was kind of taking a beating on the feet.
Slowing that beating down from the feet.
Yeah.
We got Alejandro Ramos in a half guard looking to posture up and rain down some shots.
He's got a good underhook. He's got good head position. He's using his shoulder to pass.
Now, what do you think he's trying to do here? Just
he's trying to pass
to
mount. Yeah, he's trying to go right to mount. I have a feeling this guy's going to roll over and he's going to get a rear naked choke victory.
Now, Ramos is saying, I'm going to punch you with this right hand. And he does. Crowd is going crazy.
Maybe he won't even get a rear naked. TKO victory.
Referee's looking very closely at this fight. My thought is that they're going to stop this very shortly.
They should stop it a while ago. Don't let this go on. It's an amateur fight.
There we go, and that's a stoppage. Alejandro Ramos.
He is excited. You see that little sweat move?
First round TKO.
I liked it. Good fight, good heart.
Dr. Bruce Wirtz.
Best doctor in the business, I'll tell you what.
Absolutely.
He has tended my wounds many a time.
I would love to have him tend my wounds.
He has a gentle
I think my wife might be listening, so scratch that. I don't want him tending to my wounds at all.
You have never had a wound to need tending.
They're looking at Trevino very carefully to make sure that he's not seriously hurt. Alejandro Ramos playing to the crowd a little bit. I think his fans are leaving happy with him here today.
Team Top Notch showing already they're off to a good start.
Now, Team Top Notch fighter Alejandro Ramos is taking a couple pictures with a birthday boy tonight. We have Joey Hill.
Is it Joey Hill's birthday?
It is
Get
absolutely
out of town.
I'm in town.
You are in
for
town.
Joey Hill's birthday.
Me too.
You know, speaking of which, since I am in town, I'm sitting next to Delicious D, Dennis Dombrow. I don't know if anybody else knows this, but I'm so happy to be here with you tonight, sir.
Hey, Rodney, it is great to be seen by you. Let me tell you what.
Now I have a feeling that Team Top Notch might be rattling off a couple of victories tonight.
Yeah, who else do they have on the card here?
A handful of guys.
Just taking a gander over this fight card.
That's the other thing I love about amateur fight cards is there's no shortage of fights. You better bring your Pampers out.
Now, there was someone else from Top Notch, but I think last minute the opponent might have pulled out. I don't know the reason, but it looks like that might be the case.
Gotcha. So it's great to see Albert Trevino standing up on his own.
Good sportsmanship between the two fighters.
Nice. Anytime I get beat up, I just want to give a hug to the guy who just got done beating me up.
Oh, yeah. Me too. There's nothing I want to do less than see that person.
Absolutely. So a nice treat for the fans. First round KO.
Who do we got next? Zachary Flesas versus...
In 54 seconds of round number 1. Referee Otto Torriero stops this bout for your winner by tentacle knockout due to strikes, Alejandro Ramos.
That was Mike Vale with the call. 1 minute, 11 seconds in. Mike Vale announces Alejandro Ramos from Team Top Notch as the winner.
I have just been informed that clapping is a little too aggressive, so now I'm just rubbing my fingers together.
Absolutely. Every time you clap next to me, Mr. Dennis Dombrow, I go a little crazy. Yeah, sending it back to Mike Vale.
Let's continue the action and welcome our next fighter to the cage. Out of the red corner, this Muay Thai kickboxer jiu-jitsu style fighter stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, official weight 146 pounds. Representing Rufus Sport from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Zach the Ripper Flesas.
This is a real rapper scene music.
From Team Rufus Sport, there's a couple names you might know out of Rufus Sport, one of which is Mr. by the name of Anthony Pettis.
Anthony Pettis, one-time world champion at lightweight.
Former WEC champion as well. It's got to be great training with people like that. You've been down to a couple great gyms.
I've been up to Rufus's, but I've been to a couple other gyms. This guy definitely trains with some animals.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome his opponent to the cage. Fighting out of the blue corner, this Krav Maga specialist stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. Official weight 145 pounds. Representing New Breed from Kyrgyzstan, let's welcome Kuba, the Explosion Egemberdi.
Now, I do appreciate Mike Vale announcing that name because I would have never been able to pronounce Egemberdi's last name.
Is there fights going on? Sorry, I just got distracted a little bit.
Now I got a little distracted. I mean, the Rise girls are walking around the cage, and there was a piece of paper in front of me, and then I dropped it. And then
those Rise girls are something else. All right, this guy trains a Team New Breed, so he is no joke either. He comes from a serious jiu-jitsu camp. They also have a great MMA program, so 2 good camps going to war right now. This is going to be a great fight.
Now, Flesas is looking across the cage at
he's mean mugging hard. This is why I love these fights. There's energy in here. These guys are hungry. They're pissed. They're ready for blood.
They need to make a name for themselves to get started on that pro career, and how to do it better than coming off of a strong amateur career.
Rub the fingers, don't clap.
There we go. Now Egemberdi's corner has a little GoPro cam. They might be trying to get some footage of the Bowtie Boss and Delicious D, who are super happy to be here with each other tonight.
I'm gonna butcher these names. We're gonna call him Egemberdi.
Egemberdi, that's exactly correct. That's actually way better than I could have ever done at Delicious D.
These guys are hungry.
You know what, I'm
Rufus
kind of
Sport
hungry as
versus Team Newbreed. All right. Both these guys train at UFC level camps.
So they're getting ready to come out here. Flesas looks like he wants
this
to get
stare
this
down
thing
is serious.
started.
I like this.
No touch of gloves.
Let's look for the stand-up out of the Rufus guy and the grappling out of the Newbreed guy. That's my opinion from knowing nothing of these fighters.
Is this some of the old school UFC back when Keith Hackney was in there with style versus style?
Ooh, this guy's big right hand. Oh!
Somebody's going to eat some right hands, I
These
see.
guys are going off.
Landing
big
a
right.
plethora of uppercuts.
This guy's
underneath.
wild. I didn't need to take a deep breath.
Flesas is getting hit hard
Nice.
and taken down.
Nice pass. Let's see this guy's ground game here. He's already stuffing the leg.
Looking to pass straight away.
He's passing the butterfly. Ground and pound. He's going for the neck. Knee through pass. Gonna
Now
front
Flesas is
headlock
right
position.
back up.
Nice. Good fight.
It's a nice scrappy scramble. Flesas seems like he's
I
way
want
too
Egemberdi
open on
to
the way
keep his
in.
hands up a little more. He's throwing wide.
It looks like both fighters need to keep their hands up a little
Flesas
bit
is out for blood. He's throwing big right hands, big kicks, uppercut, cross. He's egging him on. He's saying, let's fight.
Absolutely.
Let's fight, motherfucker. Oh, big right to the body.
These guys are getting a
Single
little
leg dump.
another
Nice.
takedown.
Right to side.
Right to
This
side
is where
control.
we're going to see the new breed jiu-jitsu right here.
What would Egemberdi be working for here other than a little ground and pound?
I think hold him down and tire him out a little bit. Get that position. An MMA position is so valuable. See right here, he gave him space. He's already scrambled to the feet. This is what you don't want. You get tired when you're trying to hold the guy down. He gets up.
Now, you said give him space. What happens when you got a guy on the bottom and you end up giving him a little too much space?
Gets an underhook and he gets up.
Sounds easy enough.
Sounds easy enough. It sure is. Now he's going to wrestle him hard here on the fence. Takedown, underhook. Can't knee the head. Knee the body, he can.
Nice knee to the ribs.
Nice.
Now, Flesas seems to be the wilder of the two
Now
fighters.
the trick is going to be who can keep the pace up. Because
Egemberdi turns lefty for a moment. Back to righty.
oh, hit his shoulder. Throwing that right hand big.
Couple right hands straight to the shoulder.
Two young,
Superman
hungry
punch.
fighters.
Egemberdi seems to be separating himself by the smallest of margins by way of skills at this point to me.
I think just getting off first and beating him every time.
Every
He's a
time they
nice
get
knees
close,
through pass.
easy takedowns every time they're in close.
Oh yeah. I think he can start wearing him out right here. His jiu-jitsu top game seems pretty strong. He can pin him, tire him out with some ground and pound.
Very hard right hand
Ground
over
and
the
pound
top.
gets easier when the guy starts getting worn out. He's
Absolutely.
nice
Landed
uppercuts,
right
nice
uppercuts.
uppercuts.
This thing is close
He's
to
holding
being
the
stopped
fence.
again at this point.
Oh,
He's turned
Don't
away.
punch himself out though.
He's landing good hard body shots in there.
Egemberdi is hungry.
And
Big.
this might not go on much longer at this pace.
I don't know. He's gonna punch himself out.
Now, what happened last night with Patricky Pitbull landing a left hook?
Little reminder of that. That was a beautiful fight. Oh,
Oh,
uppercut.
great uppercut.
He's gonna stop the fight.
And
It's
Flesas
over.
is very hurt.
Big uppercuts. Jump.
He-
This guy doesn't want to fight anymore. He wants out.
He may have really hurt his nose on that one.
This is an amateur fight. Why didn't the guy stop it? I just let him fight. Why not? Who cares?
Let him go through it. Flesas is not
That's
defending himself.
That's not intelligent defense. Stop the fight.
The referee's telling him he needs to defend himself. He needs to change that position at this point. 5 seconds left in the round. If he can survive this, maybe he's got a shot in here.
Wow.
And Egemberdi with
Nice.
a huge first round.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Landed a couple hundred punches in there.
I think he might quit on the stool.
Flesas
That was
looking
a big
very
knee.
hurt. It'll be interesting to see what Flesas' corner has to say, and actually what the doctor has to say getting into his corner in between
I don't
rounds
know if
here.
you guys saw that. There was a really big knee landed to the body in the last second of the round. And I could see it paid a toll on him. You could see the look in his face.
Now there's a
That
beautiful
Flesas did not
Rise
like
girl
it. Oh,
coming
there
past.
she is. Hello.
Hopefully that she's able to make Flesas forget what happened in that first round.
Just give him a little, nice little touch in between rounds.
A little warm in here. Now I just heard from our producers that he is in fact breaking up from his girlfriend tonight. Let's see if he's got a chance at one
I
of the
told you
Ring
what I
Girls,
say.
and
They stopped the fight.
the doctor wisely stops this
Did
fight
he? I
at the
might
end
be
of the
wrong.
first round. Egemberdi wins by TKO.
Is that it? They stopped it?
Absolutely, they stopped it.
I called that one.
You have no doubt
that was a beating.
If they did not stop that, there was nothing going to change from round to round. We were looking at the same thing all over again.
I think that was a great fight. That's a perfect example of why these amateur fights are so much fun.
I think as Egemberdi gets a little better, gets a bigger name, ring announcers are going to have to learn how to say this name.
I think it rolls right off the tongue. Egemberdi.
Please say the first name.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout ends at the end of round number 1. Referee Otto Torriero stops this bout for your winner by technical knockout, Kuba the Explosion Egemberdi.
Now after the official announcement, I think Mike Vale cheated a little bit by calling him Kuba.
Huh? Oh yeah, he did. He took a shortcut. That's spoken with a man.
I believe we're going to rattle straight through these events as well, sending it back to Mike Vale.
Hey, boss.
We got the fighter coming out of the ring, taking a couple of pictures here. Why not? You just had a first round TKO. Why not take as many pictures as you can? Now officially we're sending it back up to Mike Vale for the introduction of the next bout.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's continue the action here at the Sears Center Arena and welcome our next fighter to the cage. This MMA style fighter stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, official weight 145 pounds. Representing Patriot Gym from Honolulu, Hawaii, let's welcome Koddie Beach.
Now Koddie Beach is coming out to the cage. Two things I noticed right away. Koddie Beach is a pretty cool name. And this is a great song to come out to.
I'll tell you what, I wish I was on the beach, buddy.
Now, Koddie Beach does have this surfer look to him. Maybe a little yogi.
With a last name like that, how could you not?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome his opponent to the cage. Fighting out of the blue corner, this MMA-style fighter stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, official weight 135 pounds. Representing Rocky's Dojo from Oswego, Illinois, let's welcome Chris, the Punisher Landeros.
Now we have full Marine Guard coming out here. Chris Landeros is a career Marine. It's great to see the troops come out there with him.
Sure is.
Now this ring car girl just left again, and you heard us get a little quiet. These Rise girls are something to behold.
Where, did I miss it again?
You definitely missed it. It's almost like a meteor falling from the sky. How did you miss it? Now again, anytime you hear Dennis Dombrow moving that slowly verbally, there's something that just happened.
Something
that
did
Rise
just
girl
happen.
just left the cage.
I had to bite my tongue.
Now Koddie Beach did have an issue making weight yesterday. He came in the first time a little bit heavy.
His nickname is Muscle Beach, so
Muscle Beach.
I understand why.
Now I've spent some time at Muscle Beach, Dennis. Not necessarily working out or doing anything muscly. I just kind of sat there and drank Stellas all day.
And watched girls?
Well, that's why I sat there. Now we have the referee giving a couple of last-minute instructions.
This ref just likes to see blood, I think, because he lets these fighters take a beating.
Otto is one of the absolute best referees that we have in Chicago.
He sure is. I will tell you what, good buddy.
I considered turning into a fighter one time just so I could be refereed by this guy.
Did you? So you just take a beating for a little bit?
Just take a beating. Getting ready to start here the first round. Rise 01, we have Koddie, Muscle Beach, and Chris Landeros. Little hand touch there.
Oh.
Koddie Beach looking to start this thing early.
These guys come out hard. Nice body kick. His Muscle Beach is a lot bigger than him.
I think these fighters must have heard that I have plans tonight, so they're trying to finish these fights early.
Ooh, big uppercut.
Muscle Beach loves the right uppercut. I think he got stung in the combination.
Let's see if Landeros, can keep it composed and put. Oh, nice kick. I think grazed off the face.
Now, one thing Landeros is going to have to figure out to do is stop getting hit with those uppercuts in these exchanges.
These guys are wild. We have yet to see a fight go past the first round. Ooh, big right counter.
He definitely hurt Landeros with that right hand. He's looking to finish up here.
Nice move. Is it just me, or does this guy look a lot bigger?
He looks definitely a lot bigger. He's got better hair.
But size means nothing to this guy because he is just winging punches. Landeros does not care. Still staying composed, has his hands up in the fight.
Now, Muscle Beach is definitely breathing very heavily after throwing all of those right hands.
His mouth is open. If I was Landeros, I would keep attacking that body.
Now he's looking again for the same judo throw that put him on his stomach earlier in this fight. It seems that he might not be quite as schooled with his judo game.
I think this guy needs a new mouthpiece. Ooh.
I think Landeros definitely wants to make sure he needs a new mouthpiece and give him one. Nice leg kick in there.
This guy really reminds me of a young version of myself.
Just winging shots, trying to get anything in there.
Oh,
and Landeros falls to his back after trying to kick. Beach is looking to get the back, and he does. A standing rear naked choke he's looking for here.
Now, there is word on the street that somebody is trying to get the rear naked choke banned from MMA competition in Illinois.
Banned from competition in Illinois.
It is deemed too dangerous. I think it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard, and it really makes no sense.
Now, the rear naked choke, I think, is one of the least dangerous moves to happen, unless you just don't ever let it go.
There was something that happened that made this guy worried about it, not even in a fight.
Now, Landeros is trying to shake him off the back, and he looks like he's going to land
in the
definitely
back.
his guard.
He needs to turn into him.
Landeros should be turning directly into Beach
just
here.
like he did get the right arm across the body. There he goes. Keep him flat.
Now
Muscle Beach uses those muscles and gets right up the fence. Can't hold this guy down, no way. Trying to hold the fence, not going to happen.
That's what keeps you standing
up all night. The referee is right on it.
Now, I have a feeling after this scramble, if they end up standing again, Beach is going to be very tired on the way out.
Now, it's gonna.
Nice takedown.
It's looking like we're going past the first round, so we're going to see how much energy these guys have in the second, because they have output a lot of strength.
Now, if you're in Landeros' corner, what are you telling him in between rounds here?
I would say stay composed, stay tight.
Now, Landeros seems to have a big issue keeping Beach off of him with that fast power game that he has, just throwing winging shots.
I think that we're going to see a different Beach in the second round here.
Now we have the gorgeous ring card girls coming back. So we're going to take a small station break while we watch the ring card girl go past. This is SportsTownChicago.com. All right, she's officially left the cage, and we are back.
Don't forget to get your Lassé energy drink.
It's caffeine-free. It's a little bit of energy, none of the jitters. Well, all of the energy. What am I talking about?
It's powered by Rhodiola.
Powered by Rhodiola. Who would have ever guessed, Dennis? Now, in between rounds, Beach's corner is probably telling him, go ahead and land some more of those right hands because you can't miss with those things.
Who's in this corner over there?
Beach is breathing very heavily. Landeros seems to be a little less tired, but he is a much smaller fighter. He's dealing with a large guy in there. In Strikeforce, you dealt with a much larger fighter. How is it keeping a large guy off like that?
They get tired. Like I said, he is getting tired. Mouth's open, throwing straights. Beach might be in trouble here. I think Landeros just doesn't care. Now he's hungry. He's landed about 7 strikes in a row here.
Absolutely.
Big body kick. Keep going after that body, bud. He's a Marine. Nothing in this cage he is seeing is going to stop him.
Landeros lands another very hard body kick, but is taken down for his trouble. Landeros picks himself up quickly and taken down right again. Now you see Beach controlling those legs very well, walking clean across.
He's trying to pinch him together.
He needs to pull Landeros' butt off of that cage to get him flat on his back. Is that right?
That sure is right, Rod. If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were a grappler.
Now, I think I saw a jiu-jitsu tournament once before.
Now, good job getting to his feet.
Now, Beach is very tired after these.
And Landeros looks like he's not even in a fight yet. Nice, throwing straights.
Landeros is landing at will at this point. Landed a handful.
His mouth is open. This guy's tired.
I wouldn't call it a plethora quite yet, but he's landing a handful of rights and lefts, and Beach is very hurt. No knees to the head as these guys are amateurs, but Beach is dead at this point, and this fight looks like it will not make it out of the second round, and it doesn't.
Wow. What did I say?
USMC Landeros is done with his mouthpiece. He doesn't want that one anymore. I thought it was Beach getting a new mouthpiece.
God. Both from need one now, it looks like. Tough fight. These guys are fighting hard.
Landeros seems like he pulled that thing right out of the middle of nowhere, and he's super happy that he won this thing.
He sure is. He put a lot in that fight.
With a minute 38
victory.
Minute 38 seconds remaining in round number 2, and Landeros.
Beach is still slow to get up. I think he's tired. That was a tough first round. He had a lot of output there.
Now it just goes to show that, and you said in the first round, muscles don't win fights.
They don't.
Right hands to the face sometimes do win fights, and we see that Mr. Chris Landeros ended this fight in an emphatic manner. Watching this replay, it just seemed that at some point he just couldn't miss with either hand.
Yeah, he had landed about 6 in a row.
I mean, these things are just bouncing off of the dome. Body kick slips. I don't know how he slipped that one, but
or that one. I think he should have gone to the body a little more, but hey, he got the job done, right?
Yeah, I think in the moment he just figured, let me land everything I can, get this guy out of here.
Trying to win. Nice takedown there, though. Both these guys are, you know, trying to win till the very last second.
Now, Muscle Beach is shaking his head. He seems very disappointed in his performance tonight.
It's all right. He's a young fighter. He'll be back.
1 minute and 21 seconds of round number 2. Referee Otto Toriawa stops his bout for your winner by technical knockout due to strikes, Chris the Punisher Landeros.
Chris Landeros by second round TKO. It was an exciting fight while it lasted, just like the others. These guys just seem to want to punch each other in the face until one of them can't take it anymore.
Rod, how long do you think it's going to be till you think we see a fight that goes 3 rounds?
I don't think we will, Dennis. I think the way they have this card set up, everybody's out for blood tonight. The crowd's out for blood tonight. Some of these guys are getting mouthpieces replaced. I'm just hoping that mouthpiece didn't land in someone's beer. Sending it back up to Mike Vale.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's continue the action here at the Sears Center Arena and welcome our first fighter to the cage. Out of the red corner, this grappler stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, official weight 136 pounds. Representing champion jiu-jitsu from Des Plaines, Illinois, let's welcome Dante Griner.
We have Danny Griner coming out, champion jiu-jitsu. What do you know about this?
I know champion jiu-jitsu got to probably have a good game on the floor, I think. This guy's already ready to go, shirts off, greased up, ready to fight. No nonsense.
Walking like greased up lightning.
Danny, no nonsense is what I'm going to call him.
Zero nonsense, Griner. Freshly shaved head for this one. Hopefully he doesn't get any hair pull in there. Danny Griner walks his way into the cage.
No nonsense, ready for blood. Now, if I had to guess, I think he was a wrestler.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome his opponent to the cage. Fighting out of the blue corner, this Valley Tudo fighter stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, official weight 135 pounds. Representing New Breed, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Kyle the Wolf Janischberg.
Now that's another case where Mr. Mike Vale cheated with the name by using Kyle.
We'll call him Kyle the Wolf, personally. And what else I want to point out is these New Breed names are not easy to pronounce.
Now, New Breed has 4 fighters on tonight's card. If judging by the last fight, I mean, they're coming in with fighters that are ready to go.
Yeah, they are ready to go. I actually went by New Breed today for a little no-gi training, and those guys are serious over there. They are on their game.
Gotcha. So we're expecting to see some high-level jiu-jitsu or 1,000 right hands in this one?
I was expecting high-level jiu-jitsu in the last fight, and the last guy came out to throw down, so you never know. I expect him to throw down, and then when it goes to the floor, I'm feeling comfortable.
There we go.
Now, I think this is going to be a wrestler versus jiu-jitsu matchup. My opinion, but I don't know anything, so who knows?
Now, Mr. D is being very modest as he knows it all, and he probably just called it perfectly. At the end of a couple minutes, we'll see exactly what Dennis said we were going to see.
Well, the good thing is usually what I say happens, the exact opposite happens, so.
So what I need you to do is tell me I am not going to win the lotto today, or either one of those ring card girls are not going to bring me a couple beers when we get to the after party at Rookie Sports Bar in
Sports
Huffman
Bar.
Estates.
Don't forget your Lesai energy drink.
Absolutely.
Or your tattoo candy tattoo.
Now, since we got a high-level jiu-jitsu guy, New Waza Apparel is a brand new jiu-jitsu company that's sponsoring this event. Super cool. They actually have a Matador rash guard.
I'll tell you what, I saw some of their stuff today. It looked pretty sweet.
Round 1 underway. Another high-energy fight, and these guys are throwing down again.
Dang. Maybe that guy didn't wrestle.
Kyle the Wolf straight to a mount, and now he's landing some ground and pound.
These guys are coming out strong.
Get the feeling that No Nonsense was not expecting that easy of a takedown, as he seemed like more of the wrestler of the two.
Now, sometimes that happens. A real good wrestler will underestimate the wrestling of someone else.
Now tell me this, Dennis, when you are mounted and somebody is raining down shots like this on you, what do you do at this point?
Oh, nice transition to the armbar.
Straight to an armbar.
Jiu-jitsu right there. He's going to triangle. Nope, staying with the armbar. I think this is as good as done, unless he keeps walking that leg over. It's as good as done. Fight's over.
Now he's got it, and he gets the tap out at 1 minute and 9 seconds into the, actually 51 seconds into the first round.
It's all right, bud.
No Nonsense is not happy about how this fight went. Kyle the Wolf came out like a wolf, attacking straight away, looking for first a knockout.
Kyle the Wolf looking good. I will tell you what, his wrestling was good, his mount was good, his ground and pound was good.
How was that transition from ground and pound to the armbar?
Very smooth, very smooth. You know, normally I wouldn't suggest taking the arm that early in the fight, but it worked for him, so.
Now, I am as jealous as it gets because I don't have a hat that looks quite like that hat.
Well, he just made us all look bad.
Yeah, seriously, I came with this bow tie. Delicious D has this gorgeous Hawaiian shirt on today, and now we have to deal with this hat. Looks like it was signed by somebody pretty exciting. Might be, looks like there's a mountain drawn on the side of it. I am not a happy camper at this point.
That hat has a great story to tell.
That hat does have a great story to tell.
I have all night. I'm ready to hear it.
We're zoomed in on that hat. You can't even, that hat is almost just like a, what do you call that, a Sasquatch. You can't get a clean view of it.
No, you sure can't.
I'm gonna send it up to Mike Vale.
Does that hat even exist?
I don't know, it doesn't. I bet you we never see this hat again. I hope we never see this hat again because it's overshadowing us right now. Mike Vale can't even read the actual official particulars here.
Ladies and gentlemen, this spot ends at 47 seconds of round number 1. Referee Otto Torriero stops his bout for your winner by tap out due to an armbar, Kyle the Wolf Egemberdi.
Now the Wolf came straight out of Kyrgyzstan. I think that's exactly where that hat came from as well. I feel like I'm better of a person for seeing it. I will definitely step up my game next time.
I think Kyle is more of a dire wolf.
A dire wolf, like the Starks of Winterfell.
Starks of Winterfell.
Winter is coming, even though it's in the middle of summer. That has not started yet.
Yeah, we're gonna keep summer or winter long away from here.
We'll call it the long summer. Just don't look for Daniel Griner to be anybody other than Jon Snow.
Or look for that hat. Now,
sending it back up to Mike Vale for the next bout.
And now let's continue the action here at the Sears Center Arena and welcome our first fighter to the cage. Out of the blue corner, this freestyle fighter stands 6 feet tall, official weight 156 pounds, representing roughneck combatants from Ashton, Illinois. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Josh Duck Harmon.
I think you said either Duck or Doc.
Let's go
either
with
way,
Duck.
Duck is a very foreboding name. Anytime I see a duck come up to me, I run immediately.
I pet it.
You pet ducks?
I try.
Geese, maybe? Ducks, I don't know.
No, those geese are vicious. I've had one take off my hand one time.
I once saw a duck dive directly into a pool full of golden coins.
I almost pooed a bunch of golden coins after that song came on. I'll tell you what, it scared the heck out of me.
Nothing but bass right for you, Delicious D.
Yes.
So we got Josh the Duck Harmon whacking his way into the ring at this point. We have Batman directly behind him. Now he looks dead serious as he comes in here.
The duck. This duck doesn't quack, baby.
Walking up into the cage, getting ready for action.
Now who can concentrate on these
Welcome his
fights?
opponent to the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, official weight 155 pounds, representing Out of Body Fitness from Seville, Illinois. Let's welcome Dante Deberry.
Now Dante Deberry coming straight out of Seville, out of body, out of mind. Coming out to a milli. That ring card girl had $1 million here and $1 million there, and I feel better for it.
Actually, it wasn't quite $1 million.
Just a couple $100,000.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's almost a 9 or a 10, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah. Where'd she go? I want to look at her again.
Now Dante Deberry's coming out to the cage. He seems like he wants to give Josh Harmon an out-of-mind or an out-of-body experience. But I don't know, the Duck seems like he's in a different place right now.
This Duck might release a quack tonight. I'll tell you what, I can see this look on his face. This is no nonsense, no messing around. Ready for blood, ready for war.
Now he seems like he has a couple of tattoos, and one of them looks like the Great Sword Ice from Winterfell, since we were mentioning that earlier.
That's actually Valyrian steel.
That is Valyrian steel sword directly on his back, isn't it?
Sure is.
Now if you want a Valyrian steel sword tattoo, why not go over to Tattoo Candy, who's here at the Sears Center Arena tonight?
I think that's a great idea. I might stop by after this fight.
Call it Oathkeeper.
I hate to bet against the guy with the Valyrian sword tattoo.
No, you can't. That's an ancestral sword that was probably handed down from generations here. Now we have the photographers laughing amongst each other, a strange fraternity of crazy beasts they
I want
are.
to know what is so funny.
We're going to ask the birthday boy, Joey Hill. The photographers are laughing. What could you guys possibly be laughing about? They prepare to touch gloves and come out of here. The man from Seville, throwing a
head kick.
Lead leg head kick.
Ooh. Come on.
And
this isn't cool.
Treating him like his younger brother.
Oh, nice headlock escape.
Nice little scramble.
He's gonna transition to a triangle, I think. This is kind of like one of the most humane things you can do to somebody. Put their face right in your ass.
Absolutely. Put it right in the duck feathers there.
Oh, now ground and pound. He is pissed about that. He said, my face doesn't belong there. Now I'm going to smash yours.
Now the
nice
man
ground
from
and pound.
Seville,
Get that
it looks
arm
like
out
he
of there.
might get armbarred himself.
He's done. Don't let that arm break.
He's not quite deep enough.
Oh,
it
he's
looks
out.
like.
He don't care. There's no quitting this guy. He says, take your Valyrian steel and shove it up your ass, buddy.
Picks him up and slams him down on that Valyrian steel sword. Now the man from Seville is out of the Duck's armbar. And the Duck is breathing with his mouth open here.
The Duck is quacking. Oh, nice kick. Catch the kick into a guillotine.
That was one of the faster takedowns you're ever going to see.
The Duck is throwing a lot of submissions up. Let's see if he can keep it up for 3 rounds, because that takes a lot of energy out of you.
Now Dante Deberry seems to be defending these takedowns well, just by yanking himself out of them.
Not necessarily. That is pure heart and will right there.
Right, not necessarily any technique in there. And he's just yanking his way out.
Not Will Brooks, the current Bellator lightweight champion. More like his will and desire to win this fight.
Absolutely. Now Dante Deberry is straight out of Carpentersville. I guess the mean streets of Carpentersville will treat you.
They'll keep you on your toes.
Nice
pass with his underhook there in his head position.
And he's pushing that leg down. Looks like he's going to pass to Mount
very
easily, and he does.
Very good. Let's see some ground and pound now. Let's create that posture. This guy he's got to get the feet off the fence.
Now he's landing.
Yeah, I saw that coming. That's why nice transition to the armbar. Nope,
there he goes. A little scramble getting
a little
Dante
back
to his
and
back.
forth action between the two. He was in a good position. I don't want to see him give up his neck.
Landing some body shots and decides, hey, let me give you my.
Now he put himself down back on the mat. Going for a little armpit submission.
Sometimes if you yank on the armpit hairs hard enough, you'll definitely get a submission out of there.
Oh, you sure will. Tell you what, looks like that guy shaves his pits though. No hair to be pulled.
A smart tactic for any fighter coming in there. A little spray tan, some armpit shaving.
Oh, nice pass. I like this guy's ground game.
He just seems to will himself out of these positions, and the Duck lets him slide straight past. Gets him back in his guard.
The Duck brought him right back to his pond.
10 seconds left in the first round. We might actually see this
Mother Goose is going to armbar somebody.
There we go, the end of
nice
round 1.
Round. Good action there, fellas.
Helps him up. Little show of sportsmanship there. The Duck drops his mouthpiece, and
here she is.
Miss America walks into the cage. This is the gal that I'm almost certain our producer is leaving his girlfriend for.
We might have to fight over.
And him and everybody else, there is a line forming.
She just looked right past me.
She did look right past us. She looked
right
at.
She's looking at the producer.
Right at the producer.
Ah.
That's what's happened. You go to school for these things, and then now you go. Speaking of schools, our producer is Illinois Center for Broadcasting. If you want to be on the air, you want to do this, go to beonair.com.
Hashtag be on air.
Hashtag be on air. That's right. They're in Lombard, Illinois, and you just might get a ring card girl to give you a wink every now and again. Getting ready for round number 2.
My friend. I'm still waiting for my first wink.
There are perks of the job and plucks of the job, and it seems like Dante Deberry is trying to pluck the feathers out of Mr. Josh Harmon here in round number 2.
Man, these guys got to. I'm not a big fan of these double mouthpieces. They can't breathe.
The double mouthpiece is a tough bird to figure out how to wear.
Nice. He saw that kick coming. He caught it. Nice trip. Ground and pound. Big left hand.
Left hand to the face.
Getting a little sloppy. He's going to get triangled right here. I think this fight's over. Man, I hate to see a fight end with a silly mistake.
Caught him with a big left hand in the bill and went directly into the triangle.
Poor guy's going to go to sleep, I think.
Now he shaved his pits. He probably should have shaved his head too, and he would slide out of this triangle attempt.
Ooh, it's low on the foot. Maybe I'm wrong. He's going to get out of this triangle.
This is always my greatest fear whenever I see ducks as well, which is why I walk away from them. Imagine getting triangled
nice
by
escape. Oh, no clapping. Rub the fingers. Ooh.
And
the Hail Mary. Get me out of here.
That is the Hail Mary, jumping straight to side mount. How does he?
Oh, now this is the old
arm triangle.
I have your head, you have my head. Who's going to win?
I've seen many of second-grade fight end up in this position.
Now let's just see a little underhook on this side. Keep him flat. Or the guy.
And he's passing straight to mount.
Nice ground.
Landing some
I'll tell you what,
left hands to the body of the duck.
Second round, when you're a little tired, having a guy mounted on you is no fun.
I think having a guy mounted on you at any point is no fun, Mr.
It depends on what your definition of fun is.
Yeah. Tonight's Saturday night. Usually that's a Friday night activity. Seems like we've gotten off track just a bit here, so we're going to get back to the duck and Mr. Dante Deberry. Now he's got him in the mount. He looks like he's trying to posture up.
We got to see some posture here. He's got the position. Nice buck and roll. He's going to keep him flat. Sure is. This is when the fight gets real slippery.
Absolutely. Now he's got him in a mount. He looks like he's got a little bit of a crossface, and he's getting
he rolled him too tight.
Nice sweep right there. And right to his
the
back.
Good transition under the neck.
And
this fight is over.
That is very deep.
That's it.
And we're looking at the end and taps out the duck.
Wow, got out of a triangle, reversed the position into his own choke.
And then he kips
Beautiful
up to a
fight. Both
Imagine
guys
that.
fought very hard and very good. I'm impressed. Good ground transitions there.
And we have Dr. Bruce checking out a small cut over the eye. Looked like from that big left hand. I thought it was directly to the bill, but it was to the eye. The man from Seville checking to see if his opponent's doing okay.
It sucks you get choked out, but then you get Dr. Bruce tending to you, you know? It's a win-win.
You know, we had a small power surge in the building, and I really think it's from Dr. Bruce Hertz standing directly in front of us here.
That man has a lot of energy.
You can't get the three of us within 6 feet of each other without a major power surge going on.
Oh, that's what's been going on, huh?
Absolutely.
I knew there was a little electricity in the air tonight.
I can feel it coming
Maybe
in the air tonight.
Maybe it's being at the Sears Center Arena. Maybe it's Tattoo Candy giving out tattoos. Maybe it's the rookies after party that I just can't wait to get to.
You know what? There's going to be haka dancing tonight, D. Polynesian haka dancing.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout ends at 1 minute and 59 seconds of round number 2. Referee Otto Torriero stops this bout for your winner by submission due to a rear naked choke, Dante Deberry.
Dante Deberry, a very happy character after that second round stoppage by rear naked choke.
He came back from adversity and won with his own submission. That was nice.
I will absolutely choke the next duck that I see, D.
I don't think that's accurate, Rod. I think you're going to run.
I will. Peter will come after me, and it's going to be just this whole party I didn't sign up for. Dante Deberry playing to the crowd. He's got his fans in attendance and getting ready for the next bout here at Rise 01.
Let's continue action and welcome our next fighter to the cage. Out of the red corner, this striker stands 6 feet 1 inches tall, official weight 200 pounds. Representing Rufus Sport from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Hanif Saeed Matthews.
Now we got Thomas Matthews coming out to the cage.
So here we got another Rufus Sport fighter.
I don't know about you, D, but he looks like he might not miss a day in the weight room.
I think you hit the nail right on the head there, buddy.
Coming out the Rufus Sport Spiders, again, this is a world-class training facility, so at the very least they have world-class training.
And they have world-class fans because a whole row of them just came behind us to support their fighter.
Not too far from the beautiful Sears Center in Hoffman Estates is Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
The motherland, Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, that's right. Ancient Indian word.
I see you know a lot about history.
That's right. I didn't skip a day in class other than the 4 months that I didn't go to, D. Thomas Matthews is stepping up into the cage. Now he has to bow his head to get in, which is something I have to do everywhere I go with this height that I have. Being 5'5.5" is rough business, D.
And now let's welcome his opponent to the cage. Fighting out of the blue corner, this MMA-style fighter stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, official weight 205 pounds. Representing Maxim Gym and Carlson Gracie Jiu-Jitsu from Hammond, Indiana, let's welcome Gabriel Mota.
Hey, I made a mistake, Rod. These world-class fans belong to Gabriel.
So these fans came in to see Gabriel Mota get to war.
Yeah, actually, maybe they came for the ring card girl. I just don't know anymore.
And I don't even know what's going on anymore. Ring card girl is stopping me up every single time. Gabriel Mota, I think he's coming out to the a cappella version. There we go, the bass drop. Now he is back there trying to make sure that nobody sees him coming in. And he's coming in with a slow walk, waiting for the...
I almost feel like they're cheering for me.
You want to test that theory, Delicious D?
No, they're not even looking.
We got a thumbs up from the crowd.
All right.
That's almost as good as it gets.
This is as good as it gets.
Now, Gabriel Mota looks like he's going to come in here and just drop some bombs.
Wow, both these guys look like they haven't missed a day in the weight room. I'll tell you what, I don't want to arm wrestle either one of these men.
Now he comes in with the Puerto Rican flag. It's always good to see another Boricua coming into the cage. What are you pointing at, Mr. D? These fans are with Mr. Mota from Maxim Gym, getting ready to jump into the cage here as well.
Wow, these fans are just packing in this place. I feel like a sardine almost.
I could go for some sardines right now, Mr. D. I am starving.
Do you know I love nothing more than a sardine on a cracker?
Sardine on a cracker is a great snack.
There's many things I like more than that, but, you know, I'd eat it.
Sounded great to say right now.
Yeah.
What I love more is another first-round knockout here. Rise 01 at the Sears Center in Hoffman Estates. Sounds like Mota's mom is in attendance tonight.
And someone is on fire.
She is trying to will him on to victory.
I heard caliente, isn't that fire? That's hot.
It's hot.
La Flama Blanca. I actually just spent some time in Mexico. My Spanish should be pretty on point. Clearly it's not.
That's right, the bell rings for
round
number one.
Numero uno.
Huge right hand misses from Mota, and he shoots immediately for
Double
the takedown.
leg, big slam.
Gets him to the ground.
Clear that this guy wants to ground and pound, wants no business in the stand-up department.
I had the taller fighter in front of him. As a shorter guy, you figure he might just want to shoot in to negate that height.
Yeah, now, I think the key is going to be to keep his back off the fence because this guy's going to stand up. Single leg dump. Oh,
goes straight for that single leg. And
now that is why you don't reach around the waist.
Absolutely. Thomas Matthews finds himself back up.
Inside trip. Tell you what, these guys are big.
Now
Nice
Mota
knee.
looks like he burned a lot of energy going for those takedowns, but is winging huge shots again.
Nice. Hook to the body.
Matthews is going to the body here in the first round.
That left hook to the body.
I love
nice reverse. Scramble on top, to the back, to the arm, to the triangle. Oh,
that was a very nice scramble there on the ground.
That was all wishful thinking on my part.
Now, something you mentioned there, Mr. Delicious D, is the left hook to the body. That is my favorite thing on the face of this planet, next to that ring card girl who showed herself a couple of times.
Yeah, next to her, who cares about a left hook to the body?
Now we see, it looks like he's going for it. Oh, he's got it. He said,
that was
come
a tap. It was a tap. No tap. I don't know what's going on
here. It seemed like a verbal tap, but Matthews is saying, come on, keep it coming, and he taps out. seem to be just looking for the opportunity to tap halfway through the first round, 1 minute and 30 seconds.
You could tell the referee that he tapped.
That was a little verbal tap there.
No, he put him in the armbar and he said tap. Clearly not happy with his performance.
Now that was Thomas Matthews' amateur debut.
Oh, really? Wow.
Not the way you want to welcome yourselves to the fight game. Gabriel Mota winning 1 minute 30 seconds into the first round by, what do you call that, a little Americana?
Americana action, I'd say. Rod, I'm once again impressed with your knowledge of the grappling game.
I've been freshening up on my grappling techniques because I know Mr. Delicious D has none other than the Eddie Bravo Invitational 4 coming up. 16-man tournament.
August 15th, check it out.
August 15th, that's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout ends at 1 minute and 28 seconds of round number 1. Referee Adio Toriaro stops this bout for your winner by submission due to a key lock, Gabriel Mota.
So Gabriel Mota wins by what amounts to a key lock.
Key lock, Americana, some sort of joint manipulation, you know.
Now you have to tap from those. I mean, you're going to get a tremendous.
Now going to have a short intermission. A short intermission. We'll be back shortly